Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. I want to talk today about loneliness. It's a big issue for so many women in our community and for older women in general. And I want to talk to you about some specific things you might consider doing to overcome that feeling of being alone by yourself, and that is volunteering. Now, I must be absolutely honest with you up front and say that I do not do any volunteering myself, except this. I guess it's in a way volunteering. I don't charge you for my services, and I just get on here and talk to you about things that I think are of value to older women. But I'm not involved with any volunteer groups. And the reason for that is primarily, and this is the truth, because I live in Switzerland and German is the main language in the part of the country that I live in, and I do not speak German. So I'm not much help in certain settings, but I really am a huge fan of doing things that are going to connect you with like-minded people, because that's the whole secret, is that we don't need a ton of friends as we get older. We don't need hundreds of associates. We just need a few really good people that know us, understand us, and most importantly, who share our values. And I think that's a really kind of a critical point for everyone. Now, if you join a volunteer group, you're going to be drawn to places where people similar to you are helping. Now, I've got to, first of all, tell you right up front today that I've got a really bad cold, and I don't know if I'll make it through without coughing, but I apologize for my crazy voice. I feel like, I don't know, it's not, I'm not very congested, but I've just got a gruff voice. So anyway, finding groups that you can associate with, that you can volunteer with, I think is so valuable. Women over 60, I think, are more valuable in turbulent times than ever before. We've been through so much, and a lot of the things that are needing help in our society worldwide can be dealt with by people just caring and just wanting to get in there and help. Now, finding that those groups may be kind of difficult for some of you, but I've got a solution for you. Now, one of our bloggers wrote this article, and I apologize, I didn't write her name down, but I'll put a link to the article in the video description, because in that article that she wrote, there's links to all the different volunteer groups that I'm going to mention today. Some I'm very familiar with, and I can talk about them freely, but there's others that I think if you want to check them out, you should go to the article and look at the websites individually. There's actually a lot. Now, volunteer, why do it? Well, it makes you feel good, for one thing. It helps other people, and it really contributes a legacy for you that maybe something that you're really looking for. When the kids are gone, if you've got children and you're not sort of focused on that 100% of the time, you are really able to give yourself to others, and there's so many people in need. So we have a lot to offer. That's the first thing. Now, where can you volunteer? Well, there's so many social causes, things that you care about passionately yourself. You can help and volunteer for schools, care centers. You can do homeless shelters, cooking for your church or your community. There's so many organizations that recognize a need for help, and you can plug into those. But let's go through a few of the websites, like some specific websites that you might want to check out. Now, this one I did know about, but I just did some hunting this morning to see whether it's still around, because it was such a cool idea. It was called School in the Clouds. There was a person, I think it was a gentleman called Sugata Mitra, and he won a TED, the TED talks. He won a prize to fund his idea, which was to set up a school online that would be manned by what they call affectionately grannies, who would talk to kids in other parts of the world and help them to understand what the opportunities were for them, in terms of technology and so on. And it uses these volunteer grannies. I use that. I say that with a smile because it's sweet. Well, sweet, and it's also what it is, to use Skype to help kids to learn and grow in other countries around the world. Now, that's one that I think is still in operation according to the resources I checked. So check it out. It's called School in the Cloud. Another one, there's several of them here in the UK that our blogger refers to. The first one is Samaritans. Now, I've known Samaritans for 30, 40 years. I mean, it's been around forever. And it's an online chat phone line where you can actually call if you're feeling depressed, sad, suicidal, really, really desperate, and you just need someone to talk to. And the Samaritans are there to listen and give you just a shoulder to talk to and to cry on. And they're very, very popular. Well, they're very big in the United Kingdom. They're very well known and established. I don't know if there's something similar to that in the US. I'm sure that there is. But Samaritans, that's one in the UK. Interen is an organization in the UK too that brings together different generations, so young and old together. So you can be a resource, a reference, teaching a skill, giving confidence, and the whole goal of Interen is to expose older and younger generations to each other, and then be able to help each other through a better understanding of what their challenges are, what they're facing. I think that's a really cool. And there's another one in the UK. Go Volunteer. Now that's one that's run by the Volunteer Australia. Now I know we have 60ME sisters all around the world, so I thought I'd mention this one too. This has got like nearly 13,000 volunteer opportunities all around Australia. So that would be one to check. It's called Go Volunteer. Another one is called CSV. Now I don't know CSV. I'm not even sure I know what that stands for. Social action charity that offers Grand Mentors, a mentoring program for older people to assist younger people. Grand Mentors, I like that. But it's just where you've got a skill, like say you have had training in a certain area, accounting, nursing, teaching, and you've got young people that are going into those fields and want some guidance and perspective, which you can give them, then that's another one to consider. It's called CSV. Okay, deep breaths. Another one in the UK is Prime. Prime is actually the Prince's Initiative for Mature Enterprise, and it's another program that helps people who are older get into the workplace and into volunteer opportunities. And it's called Prime. It's called Prime, and it's another one that's very, very popular in the United Kingdom. Help you here, by the way, if you're listening to this and you're in the States, tell me some of the ones that you know about in the United States, because a lot of the ones I am aware of are in the UK and other places. Volunteerworld.com. This is a big one. And it's if you've ever wanted to travel around the world and learn new skills, and sometimes the travel is actually free. Like they have a conservation project or something that's going on in another part of the world, archaeological project, and they need help. They will pay your fare to get there. And I don't know what kind of housing and so on. I'm sure it's a spectrum of possibility. But that's another one that's considered volunteerworld.com. Another one is the United Planet, and that actually links global volunteers with service opportunities around the world. I think, is that run by United Nations? Oh no, there is actually another one called United Nations Volunteers, and that's where they sponsor different programs of engagement and peace development and just goodness around the world. That's United Nations Volunteers. So that's another one to consider. I just skipped one here, which is Silverline. Did I mention that one? That's another one in the UK that's actually a 24-hour, similar to the Samaritans, but it's specifically for older people. And it's a confidential line where you can chat and get to know someone who understands your situation and can give you some advice and support. So those are some of the ones that I have come up with. Maybe you could help me make this a sort of a bigger and more comprehensive conversation by putting in the comment section below any volunteer groups that you are familiar with, any that you participate in. Now, there's going to be a lot, of course, that are local, and some are affiliated with community centers or the church or a religious organization. But if you know of any that people might want to know about, doesn't matter how specific they are, let's just get them all out there, and then I can maybe add them to the list on the description of the article underneath the video. Okay, my apologies for my voice. I can hear it, and I'm so sorry that it's been a bit gruff. But anyway, I just wanted to get this video out to you because it's important, and I know that I think about you guys all the time, trying to think of ways to, live your life with a bit more joy and happiness these crazy times. Okay, so take really good care. Know that you're loved by me and that you're respected and appreciated. And whatever you choose to do, volunteer or not, you're adding value to the world. Just be there for everyone and help each other. Hold hands. We are indeed walking each other home. We need each other's support. Okay, everybody, take really, really good care of yourself. Stay safe and strong, and we'll talk again soon.